I'm gonna be honest with you good people. And I want everyone to be honest with themselves. Who at one point in their life did not love SpongeBob SquarePants?
Oh! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants is a modern classic. I doubt there are many people who can say they don't at least know who SpongeBob is. But have you ever thought about how a world like this could exist? Why are there talking sponges in ties and squids who play the clarinet? How is Mr. Krabs the father of a whale? Well, I have a theory to propose. What if Bikini Bottom and its inhabitants are the result of a nuclear bomb and radiation? It is a perfectly plausible idea when you consider a few facts. First, Bikini Bottom is set underneath a real-life place, Bikini Atoll, a set of 23 small islands surrounding a deep central lagoon. Bikini Atoll was actually an area of nuclear testing for the United States, with over 20 bombs detonated between 1946 and 1958, and at least one of which was actually detonated underwater.
A nod to the history of Bikini Bottom and the nuclear testing that could have occurred there is the constant use of animated mushroom clouds whenever something is dropped or someone crashes. Even the smallest of falls result in a nuclear-sized cloud and a ring of smoke. If this isn't enough evidence to show the relation to mutation by radiation, the show's creator, Steven Hillenburg, is a former marine biologist, meaning that he has a good idea what could be a semi-realistic way to explain the walking, talking animals. So what happens to animals that are exposed to radiation? As the human race advances in technology and the search for new resources, accidents tend to happen. Using the Chernobyl nuclear meltdown and the BP oil spill as examples of when human-caused accidents severely affected the environment, in an interesting parallel between the two, after a certain amount of time, animals in both the environments began to mutate and adapt to their new environments. No, not like that! The mice in the surrounding Chernobyl area began to develop the ability to repair cells damaged by radiation. In the contaminated waters after the oil spill, large amounts of Atlantic tomcod began to take up residence, having been able to develop the genetic resistance to the pollutant while other species die out. In tandem to that, according to one paper written by Gordon Lindsley, the reaction to exposure varies among species of animals and plants. Thus, some animals could possibly have mutated more or at a faster rate of exposure. For instance, and I'm quoting Lindsley here, results of air experimental irradiation show mammals to be most sensitive, followed by birds, fish, reptiles, and insects. Plants show a wide range of sensitivity that generally overlaps that of the animals. Least sensitive to acute radiation exposures are mosses, lichens, algae, and microorganisms, such as bacteria and viruses. What does all this mean? Well, for starters, let's look at the characters of SpongeBob. According to my main man Lindsay, the animals are most sensitive to radiation are mammals, which makes sense in the context of the show, as Sandy the squirrel is a super genius compared to the rest of Bikini Bottom. In the middle of the intelligence scale are all of the fish and other marine life, like crabs and mollusks, and at the very bottom are our main characters and his best friends. This once again works in context with the graph, as sponges and starfish aren't actually fish, so they are less sensitive to the radiation and mutations, which gave the other characters enhanced intelligence.
Human activities have the potential to drive evolution in the environment, so then there's the possibility that the species under Bikini Atoll evolved dramatically from the nuclear testing, to the point where they have gained sentience and intelligence and can function in advanced ways similar to human beings. The mutation can also be seen in the plant life at Bikini Bottom, especially in SpongeBob's house. Referring once again back to my boy Lindsley, he mentioned that plants also show a wide range of sensitivity to the radiation. So who's to say if there isn't an actual scientific reason why SpongeBob is able to live in a pineapple grown on the bottom of the ocean?
Now, granted, this theory can't explain every aspect of the show. I mean, hell, it's a cartoon. It can't explain how they have clothes or electricity or fire and water underwater, and I doubt the creators themselves have an actual reason for it.
But at least it's warm around the fire.
Hey, if we're underwater, how could there be a...
The point we are making is that it's obvious Steven Hillenburg dropped some fun hints in the show about the show's possible backstory, and it's interesting to take a look at said hints. We hope you guys found this video informative and entertaining, and as always, thanks for watching. My name is Alex Beyer, and the people who worked on this video with me are Caroline Herbert, Trebon Cockerham, and Starina Hernandez.